Hey guys, Alex here with Serious Goose Games. Welcome back to our Unity mobile idle game tutorial series. In the last episode, we made it so that when we click our button, our number would go up. We also added some extra scripts to make sure our game can handle massive numbers. Today, we're going to add our first upgrade to make the amount we get per click increase. So to start out, we're going to right-click in our scripts folder, go to Create, Mono Behavior Script. We're just going to call this Upgrade, and then double-click to open that up. And we need to add a few namespaces here. The first one is going to be Break Infinity. Then we also need to use unityengine.ui, and we also need text mesh pro. Next, we're going to create some variables. So we're going to create a public string called upgrade name. Then we're going to create a public string for upgrade description. Now we need to deal with the numbers. So public big double upgrade cost. Then we need a public big double for base cost. Then we need a big double for our count. Then another big double for our cost modifier. And now we're going to grab a reference to our currency manager. So public currency manager, currency manager. Then we want a bool. So public bool single purchase. This will be equal to false by default. And now we want to grab our UI references. So public text mesh pro, UGUI, name text, then description text, and then we want cost text. So most of this should be pretty straightforward. The one that might throw you off a little bit is this bool here. And the reason I have this is because I want to make this code usable regardless of how you're planning on doing your upgrades. So if you're doing your upgrades where you can buy each upgrade multiple times, think something like egg ink, then you don't want a single purchase, except for maybe a couple of them. But if you're doing something like cookie clicker or realm grinder, you're going to want single purchase. Each upgrade is its own single thing, nothing crazy. Then you're going to want to set this to true. You buy the upgrade, it's done, it's purchased until you prestige and have to buy it again. Now we want to create a method to update our UI elements. So we're going to do a public void called update UI. Inside here, we're going to set our name text to be equal to upgrade name, name text dot text. Then our description text.text is going to be equal to the upgrade description. And then our cost text.text is equal to cost. And then we'll do currency manager.signOut to US name, upgrade cost. Now, if we haven't assigned our currency manager in the inspector, we want to assign it in start. I'm planning on assigning it in the inspector, but just in case we forget, or maybe we do another scene or something like that, we're going to do if currency manager is equal to null, then currency manager is equal to find any object by type, currency manager. And then at the bottom of start, we're going to call update UI. Next, we're going to add another function to handle the purchasing of our upgrades. So we'll do a public void handle purchase. And inside here, we're going to do currency manager subtract money, upgrade cost. And then if it's not a single purchase, then we're going to do count plus plus, and then we're going to set the upgrade cost to be equal to base cost times big double dot pow. And we're going to pass in our cost modifier to the power of count. And then we're going to update the UI. If it is a single purchase, then we're going to do else destroy game object. Now inside update, we're going to do get component button dot interactable is equal to currency manager dot can afford, and we're going to pass in our upgrade cost. So go ahead and save that, head back to Unity. We're going to right click in here, go to create mono behavior script. We're going to call this new script click upgrade. Double click to open that up. Inside here, we're going to add the break infinity namespace. And we're going to make sure we're inheriting from our upgrade. So instead of mono behavior, upgrade. Now we're going to create a public big double click power increase. And then we're going to do a public click manager called click manager. Now start, we actually need to modify it to be public override start, and it's going to yell at us. We'll fix that in a second. Inside here, we want to do base.start. Now we're going to do if click manager is equal to null. Then we're going to do click manager is equal to find any object by type, click manager. Again, we're going to try to assign it in the inspector, but just in case we forget, we want to make sure it's assigned. So this is yelling at us because in order to override, we need to mark the original as virtual. So if we go back to our upgrade and we scroll up to start, we need to mark start as a public virtual void. And that will clear up our errors here. We can also get rid of this update method. And instead, we're going to create public void by upgrade. We're going to do click manager dot money per click plus equals power increase. Now we're going to handle purchase. With all that done, go ahead and save and head back to Unity. Now we're going to grab our click upgrade button. We're going to grab our click upgrade script and attach it to the button. We can see it pops up with a ton of stuff. So even though our click upgrade script doesn't have all of those variables, because we're inheriting from upgrade, all of those variables are still technically part of it. So inheritance is like taking all of this stuff and combining it with all of this stuff. And that's nice because it's going to allow us to create other types of upgrades that all share this, but have different upgrade logic. So like this upgrades our money per click, but our idle upgrade will upgrade our idle power. So inheritance is really cool. It's really powerful. It's really nice. We like it. So let's go ahead and name these. I'm just going to call this click upgrade. We'll say increases click power by 1. The upgrade cost, I'm going to start it at 1. Now, because we're using a big double, this is a little weird. The mantissa should always be a single digit followed by a decimal. So in this case, I want 10. To write that, it's going to be 1 as a mantissa and 1 as an exponent, because we're looking at 1 times 10 to the power of 1. 1 times 10 to the power of 1 is 10. Base cost is going to be 1 to the power of 1, or 1 times 10 to the power of 1. Count is going to start at 0. Cost modifier is going to be 1.15 with an exponent of 0. Now we can drag in our currency manager, which is attached to our game manager. It is not a single purchase. And then I can drag in my UI stuff. So upgrade name display goes into name text, description display, description text, cost display to cost text. Click power increase, make sure that's set to 1, and then drag your game manager into the click manager field here. Now down at the bottom, on click, we're going to hit the plus button and we're going to drag the button onto itself. Where it says no function, go to click upgrade, and then we want by upgrade. Go ahead and Control S to save the scene, and then hit play. We can see right off the bat that our click upgrade is gray. We cannot interact with it because we can't afford it. Our money is 0. So if we click our button a little bit, as soon as we pass that point, it becomes interactable. And if I click that, right now we're going up by 1 each time. 23, 24, 25, 26. And if I buy this upgrade, we can see the cost increased. And now if I click my button, we're going up by 2 each time. If I do it again, now we're going up by 3. So our upgrade is working. It's subtracting the money as it should, and it's good to go. So in the next video, we're going to set up idle income so we can get the core gameplay done. That's all for today though, so if you're enjoying this series so far, hit like down below and subscribe to help other devs find the series. Question for the comments, what are some interesting genres you think would be cool to see mixed with an idle game? It is really common for idle games to combine their mechanics with other genres, mainly Tycoon, but there's also idle tower defense games, and even Eastern ARPG games have auto battle mechanics, which could be considered idle game based. I think the most interesting I've seen is Eidolon. It took an MMO and made it idle, but even with that, it still feels like an idle game. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Alex with Serious Goose Games, and I'll see you in the next one.